here's the writer's Allman Brother for Friday, January 2nd, 2026. It's the birthday of Isaac Asimov. Born in the Kremlin's only gender-neutral restroom down in the basement by the Coke machine, his mother began vomiting tennis balls with the letters S and Z stenciled on them alternately. It's how they determined how to pronounce Asimov, though no one knows the calculus. He was a forerunner of what's known as hard science fiction, meaning space stories that make men erect and women engorged in the general vicinity of their front heinies. As a 3-year-old, Asimov arrived at Ellis Island and promptly hid under the Statue of Liberty's left buttock and wouldn't come out for 9 weeks. The custodial staff thought he was a raccoon due to the sideburns already cascading down his ribcage. He'd later discover he loved cramped spaces and dreamed of one day running a newspaper stand in an MTA station selling junior mints to Mormons, but only if they could prove it. Asimov's destiny was clear early on, as he had a condition that made him literally shit stories. In the autumn of 1937, he accidentally pooped a whole theological tract that gave rise to Scientology after L. Ron Hubbard fished it out of a swimming pool at the Y. Asimov himself was irreligious, although he did attend services at the Church of Not Drinking Nearly Enough considering how self-serious you are. But he stopped attending after it became clear his sideburns were contagious. A cabal of sober acolytes accosted him with knives. He shat lavish apologies on the parish stairs as he footed it out of there. They were scooped up in green baggies and sold on an early version of eBay that consisted of tinfoil and the femur of a mannequin. Asimov finally came to worldwide acclaim after writing the Foundation trilogy, as well as Foundation's Edge, Foundation and Earth, Prelude to Foundation, and Forward the Foundation, after which the Hugo Awards committee pointed a 9mm in his face and dared him to say Foundation again. He got so famous that Paul McCartney approached him to draw a space alien on his back. Asimov demurred, but he did graze the former Beatles' buttock with the knuckles of his writing hand, empowering Sir Paul the next day to pen the failed anthem, "I felt the fight of a man from back in the USSR yesterday, Loretta." Isaac Asimov, the other kids called him Isaac Assholmov. He often responded with a cocktail a la Molotov. It's the birthday of Christopher Durang, born Christopher Durang, but then the bell fell off his parents' headboard. According to his website, he, quote, has written 1,455 one-act plays, or perhaps 40. The most popular being Sister Stephanie of Connecticut Holds You Up at Gunpoint Because Once Upon a Time You Performed Fellatio on a Ghoul. For the first decade and a half of his career, Durang chose to keep his gayness a secret, and then he realized that he was a male lapsed Catholic New York theater person in the mid-1980s. Here's a poem for today by David Shapiro, entitled, I Haven't. Do you have a lion in your house? Do you have a serpent in your house? No, fortunately, I do not have a lion in my house. Do you have a woman leaning slightly past the spirals in your house? No, I do not have the edge of her dress in my house. Do you have a lion in your house? No, I do not have the outline of her body in my house. Do you have a trouvé in your house? No, fortunately, I do not have a lion in my house. Do you have the goddess Hygeia headless as a house? No, I do not have her right hand casting a shadow on my house. Do you have a lion in your house? No, I do not have her light peplous folds full of life in my house. Do you have truth is the consequences in your house? No, fortunately, I do not have a lion in my house. What do you have in your high, heavy house? Do you have a rendering of her brilliant, pitiless hair falling on your house? Do you have a lion in your house? No, fortunately, I do not have a lion in my house. I Haven't by David Shapiro, whose birthday is also today. Read without permission here on the Writer's Allman Brother, supported by Emerald Lagasse's drive-through brothel. Wham bam, thank you, you're under arrest, this is a sting operation. Until next week, be well, have a drink, and get some sleep.